All right, let's talk about German time prepositions. You know, those little words like am, and am that can be a real headache. In this explainer, we're going to demystify them completely. We'll break down exactly when to use each one so you can stop guessing and start sounding like you know what you're doing. Let's get right into it. Does this look familiar? Yeah, I thought so. If you've ever just stared at these three words wondering which one is right, trust me, you are not alone. It's a classic hurdle for anyone learning German, but I promise by the end of this, it's all gonna click. So here's our game plan. First, we're gonna nail down how to talk about specific points in time. Then, we'll get into marking durations, like how long you work or when your vacation is. After that, we'll see how to put events in order. And finally, I'm gonna give you a super simple cheat sheet to bring it all home. Okay, let's kick things off with pinpointing time. The absolute easiest way to get am, and im straight is to imagine you're zooming in and out on a calendar. We'll start with the most zoomed in, the most specific point of all. And that super specific point is marked by Think of as your laser pointer for time. You only use it for one thing, the exact time on a clock. It's the most precise, most focused preposition we've got for a moment in time. For instance, ich beginne 8 Uhr. I start at 8 o'clock. Not around 8, not sometime after 8, exactly 8 Uhr. See? Super simple. If you see a clock time, you're going to use Okay, so let's zoom out one level. We're moving from the clock to the calendar page itself. Now we're talking about AM. We use AM for slightly bigger but still specific chunks of time. Days of the week like Monday and parts of the day like the morning. It's like you're pointing to one single square on your wall calendar. For example, wir treffen uns am Montag, which means we are meeting on Monday. You'd also use it for in the morning, am Morgen, or in the evening, am Abend. Because these aren't exact clock times, they get am. And now, let's zoom all the way out for the biggest picture view. This is where im comes in. Im is for the largest blocks of time we talk about, entire months, whole seasons, and even years. This is like your satellite view of the calendar, looking at huge sections all at once. A perfect example is, im Sommer fahre ich in den Urlaub. In the summer, I go on vacation. Same deal for months, like im April, or years, like im Jahr 2026. So just remember the zoom. Is the tiny point for clock times. Zoom out a bit, and you've got am for days. Zoom all the way out, and you have the broad base of im for months, seasons, and years. Great. So we can pinpoint a moment. But what about talking about a whole span of time? Let's check out how to define durations, how long something actually lasts, from a quick meeting to a long vacation. First up is this little tag team, von bis. It literally means from until. This is your go-to for putting a clear frame around a period of time. It tells you exactly when something starts and exactly when it stops. No ambiguity. Just think about your workday, your Arbeitszeit. You could say it's von 9 bis 17 Uhr, from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. This combo perfectly bookends that block of time. Okay, next we have seit. Now this one is super useful. You use seit for an action that started sometime in the past, but, and this is the key part, is still going on right now. It builds a bridge from the past to the present. So look at this. Ich lerne Deutsch seit 3 Tagen. This means you started learning German 3 days ago, and you're still learning it today. The action isn't finished, it continues right into the present. That's the secret to using seit. But what if you want to talk about something that's starting now, or in the future, and continuing from there? For that, you need ab. Think of ab as firing the starting gun. It basically means from onward or starting from. Here's a classic resolution, right? Ab morgen rauche ich nicht mehr. Or starting tomorrow, I won't smoke anymore. It marks a clear starting point for a change. This could be tomorrow or even a specific time, like ab 8 Uhr, meaning from 8 o'clock onward. Fantastic. So we can pinpoint moments and define how long things last. Now let's look at how to put events in order. This is all about setting up a timeline, what came before and what's coming after. And for this, we have two beautifully simple and opposite words, vor, which means before, and nach, which means after. So you might wash your hands vor dem Essen, before the meal, and then you can relax nach dem Unterricht after the class. They are the essential pair for ordering your day. Wow, we have covered a lot from the tiniest points in time to sequencing your whole day. So let's put it all together in one simple cheat sheet. Seriously, this is the one you'll want to screenshot. And here it is, the master key. Let's do a lightning round. For specific time on the clock, use For a day or part of a day, that's For bigger chunks like months or seasons, you got it, it's im. To define a start and end time, von bis. For something that started in the past and is still happening, that's seit. And for a starting point from now on, use ab. This one slide really is your key to getting German time right every time. So, after all that, there's really only one question left. Are you ready to take this and actually plan out your week in German? To talk about your meeting am Montag 10 Uhr or your plan to start a new habit ab Morgen? You've got the tools now. Go on, give it a try.